Hello, I'm Tyrell Day. Welcome to this A&T special. Recently, Major League Baseball held their annual amateur draft. Xavier Macklin, a junior outfielder for the Aggie baseball team, was selected by the Oakland A's in the 12th round. Today, we have Xavier in the studio with us. Congratulations, man. How does it feel?
No, I think it's sinking in for everybody but me. Like everybody, my friends, parents, and everything. They call them like, you realize you're a professional baseball player now, and I'm just like yeah, it's kind of cool, but I don't think it's sinking until I actually get to where I'm supposed to go.
Tell me about the day of the draft. Where were you and what were you doing?
But like everybody was like doing a little draft tracker and everything, and me, like I knew I was supposed to get a call that day, so I just didn't want to like just sit around and wait on it. So I was just trying to do anything I could. I know I helped my teammate move into his apartment. Then I went to go watch the team work out and everything, and then when I found out, I was actually at the pool. So.
How did you actually find out?
It was like two of my good friends from back home. They were the first two to call me because I didn't even know that I got drafted. And they called me. They was like, yeah, they just called your name. Then right after that, I got a call from the team.
Is it a definite yes you're going pro, or have you decided yet?
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Tell me about the Oakland A's. What do you know about the team?
I don't really know that much about them. I just know they're out in California and they're in the American League West, so that's about it.
How difficult of a decision is it for you to leave A&T?
I don't want to say it was like an easy decision to leave because I love A&T. And a matter of fact, whenever I come back from where I'm supposed to be, I'm coming back to Greensboro. But this is just an opportunity that you can't think twice about. You got to take it and run with it.
With all the publicity this year, did you expect to get drafted?
No, I mean, people, they'll say, you're getting drafted. They'll have like, draft projections of where you should go. And I mean, it kind of eases your mind a little bit that there's a lot of people thinking that you'll get drafted, so you kind of feel like it may be a little truth to it. But at the end of the day, anything is possible, so,
About how many scouts came to your games this year?
I would say it'd be like any range from maybe 2 guys to about 5 or 6.
Did it make you nervous that they was there? Did you play harder?
No, I mean, I play the same way whether the scout's there or not. Because I figure, I'm a believer in fate, so I figure, if they want me, no matter how bad I do or how good I do, if they want me, they'll get me. If I wasn't supposed to get drafted, then it wouldn't happen.
Okay. So what's next for you? What steps do you take now that you're going pro?
Once we get the contract thing sorted out, which we'll be doing that later on today, sign that and everything, and then I'll just find out when. I know they're flying me to Arizona, so I'll find out then later on today when I fly out and start playing.
What have you done this past season to prepare for the draft?
I would probably say I probably worked on my arm strength a lot because, I always had a strong arm, but, I would always have, some kind of ailing, nagging, it'll be hurting. So, I did, a lot of band work, some weights to make it stronger, and I focused more on my swing because, some guys said I had a couple of holes in my swing. So some of those things I tried to iron those out.
Okay. What advice would you give someone aspiring to be at the level that you are right now?
I would just tell them just keep working hard because anything can happen if you believe it enough. It'll happen, and if you work hard enough, it can happen. Because thing my dad always told me, he always said you make your own luck. He said the harder you work, the better you'll be rewarded. So that's just something that I kept with me, and I think if they went by that, that'd help them out too.
Are you going to be playing rookie ball, A ball, or do you know where you're heading yet?
I'm not sure, but I think I'll be going to rookie ball in Arizona because I think I'm not sure what the A team is, but I know their rookie ball team is in Arizona, so I have to go out there and get a physical. So most likely I end up there.
Did you have an agent, or did you have to get one? How does that work?
I got an advisor probably about 2 months ago. His name's Steve Pierce. He actually lives out in Arizona, so I'll get to meet him once I get out there. But basically my agent and the organization, they work out the numerical figures as far as how much I want my signing bonus to be, like what range do we want it in. So they pretty much work that out, and then I'll look over it with my mom, and then if we like the conditions of the contract, then we'll sign it. And if not, we'll have to send it back so they can negotiate something better that fits our interests.
How did you find out about the agent in Arizona?
Well, actually, he got in touch with me through email, and I emailed him back, and we talked a couple of times, and I researched their agency, guys who they represent, and I liked them when I talked to him, but the final decision I had to get my mom to talk to him, and she said she really liked him. So after she talked to him, we made the decision to make him my advisor, and then now he'll be my agent.
When you found out you were in Oakland A, who was the first person you called?
Probably my mom, and I called her, but she couldn't hardly talk because she was crying so hard. So I just told her that I'd call her back later, and so she was the first person that I called after I found out. But she had been by the computer all day, so she knew before I did.
With you playing baseball here and your sister playing baseball here as well, it seems like athletic skills run in the family. Where did you get it from?
My dad was he was a two-sport athlete in high school. He played football and he ran track, and he played some college football. So we get most of it from him. And my mom, she ran track a little bit. She was really fast, so they both had athletic genes. So I guess we get it from both of them.
Tell us about your favorite baseball team.
My favorite team is the Yankees. It's been like that since as long as I can remember. I remember back in the early 90s when they had guys like Bernie Williams and Tino Martinez and guys like that. My granddad said I always used to, I was probably like maybe 3 or 4, and I used to always tell him I was going to take Bernie Williams' spot one day. And it was before I even knew I was going to play baseball. So,
who's your favorite player?
My favorite player in the Yankees is Curtis Granderson, the center fielder. I love the way he plays.
What do you think about the possibility of you playing in Yankee Stadium if you become a major leaguer and play for the A's?
Oh, man, that'd be basically a dream come true because I've always wanted to go to Yankee Stadium. I wish I could have went to the old one before they made the new one, but the Yankee Stadium, I think it'd be a dream come true.
Who has been the biggest influence on your career thus far?
Probably my dad. My dad, he's always worked with me with every sport. He always had us playing everything from football to basketball, soccer, tennis, everything. And baseball used to be my worst sport. I was terrible. I hated it. And I didn't want to play no more. That's when I was big on football. I was probably around maybe 8 or 9. And I told him I didn't want to play baseball anymore. And he was like, well, if you don't play baseball, then you can't play football. So by default, I just went to play baseball, and he took me in the backyard every day to throw, hit, run, and everything. This was every day for about maybe 4 or 5 years even, and we'll be out there all day, maybe 4 to 5 hours. And my grandparents and my mom would be in the house, just let that baby come in the house, let him come in the house. He needs some water, he need a break. And he would just be like, 10 more minutes, and 10 more minutes to turn into an hour. And he always told me that, he'll say, you know what, you might not like it now, but later on, when you think back on it later on, you'll appreciate it. And he wasn't lying.
When did that appreciation come?
Probably the day that I signed to play at A&T back in high school, because I never would have thought that I'd be playing baseball in college. I decided that I wanted to play when I was 13, but excuse me, you talk about wanting to play college or wanting to play in the pros and everything, but you never really think about it in detail until it actually happens. It's kind of just like a distant thought, and then once it actually happens, it's like wow, this is actually happening. So I appreciated it back then.
So what are you bringing to the A's this year?
I want to bring hard work. Even though I got drafted, my dream has come true to get drafted. That's only not even half the battle, because everybody wants to be the best at what they do. I want to be the best, one of the greatest. I want to be a legend, and I know that takes hard work. So this is really just the beginning. So I'm bringing hard work and dedication.
Obviously, your bat is a big key. Talk about your hitting. What are your strengths?
My strengths, I have pretty quick hands, and I got pretty good power. Probably need to cut down on my strikeouts a little bit, but as far as hitting, you know, I got quick hands and power, and I can bring them power, you know, extra base hits and run the bases.
Do you have a good glove?
Yeah, I had a good glove, pretty good glove.
Let's talk about your projections. What do you think about the 12th round? Was that too late for you?
Oh no, I was just trying to sneak in there, really. Like, I mean, when the season first started, I think I was projected to go somewhere around in the 20s, maybe early 20s, mid 20s or something like that. And like as the season progressed, like there were projections all over the place. Like some said I'd go in the first 5 rounds, some said I'd go in the first supplemental round, some said I wouldn't go to the 40th, the 30th, some said that I didn't even have tools to get drafted at all. So it was all over the place. So really it was basically really no true projection. It could just be whoever takes me first, and to come in the 12th round because when you think about it, it's like at least 1,500 picks, and I was around 370 something, so I see that as a big accomplishment, I guess.
What kind of playing style do you have, and what player in the major leagues right now would you compare yourself to?
I would say I have an aggressive style. I don't mind, you know, I don't mind making the error. Like, you know, some guys, they'll be afraid to, you know, dive for a ball because they're scared to miss it, or, you know, they're scared to do this because they don't know what's going to happen. They're afraid to be wrong. And me, like, I'm not afraid to make error. I'm not afraid to, you know, mess up or anything. So I say my style is aggressive. And I don't really know who I play like, honestly, but I mean, some people say that I'm kind of like a Carl Crawford for the Red Sox. They say we look alike too, but I don't know.
So you must have some speed. Can you steal a base?
Yeah, I can steal a base. I work on my jumps though, because I be getting thrown out a lot, but I can steal it.
Well, hopefully in a few years, someone will say their playing style is like Xavier Macklin's.
Oh, let's hope so.
Well, once again, congratulations. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
I'm Tyrell Day. Make sure you tune in to the Aggie Sports Report for more on Xavier Macklin and other A&T sports.